Welcome to Women of the Metaverse. I am Cheryl Laidlaw.
I am Angela Harkness. We have been and are still on a journey to discover the Metaverse, Web 3.0, NFTs, and anything that we are required to know to join this world.
From this podcast, we will help you to unlock how the Metaverse is going to impact your brand, your business, and even your personal life.
Join us as we take the mystery out of this new digital universe.
Welcome to Women of the Metaverse. In this episode, we are talking about Amazon's NFT marketplace. So they are set to launch this new platform in the States first on April 24th. So by the time this episode airs, it would have been launched. Their aim is to enable customers to purchase digital collectibles linked to physical goods that are delivered to customers' homes. The new platform will let you buy NFTs without even having a wallet. So basically, you can buy NFTs with a credit card just like you would anything else on Amazon. The marketplace will have 15 NFT collections available for the US-based customers before expanding worldwide, but haven't said much more than that. There's a lot of guessing going on in the news. So what do you think about this, Angela? The States always get the benefits.
You know, I was thinking that myself. It just seems the whole thing about NFTs in the first place is about them becoming collectible. So if you offer this collection just to a small group of people, then they potentially have the advantage of this is the first collection coming out, therefore it's going to be valuable. So
it's not fair, is it?
No, I think the way they could have done it is they could have launched one collection in this country, one collection in another country, one collection to see. I understand it being a softer launch because they want to see how it works. And it's difficult to manage server usage, resources, and manage stats to how it's going. But it does seem a little bit...
It's always the States, isn't it? I know that they are based, obviously,
it's an American company.
It is. And we know that there needs to be a beta round. We know that. But I don't know.
People could have signed up for it. People could have pre-signed to say,
yes,
put me on the list, regardless of what country I'm in.
And much like Adobe's Firefly.
Yes. And then regardless of what country, and you don't necessarily need to give everybody who's on the list the opportunity to buy the NFT, but it could have been a fairer spread with regards to this.
I agree, Angela. I absolutely agree. So why is Amazon doing this, Angela?
Amazon shoppers will be able to purchase fashion-orientated NFTs that are linked to physical goods, such as hats, trainers, and handbags. These NFTs will be delivered to customers' NFT accounts, whilst the physical piece of clothing is being delivered to the customer home. This gives e-commerce the opportunity to now sell NFTs along with physical goods using Amazon's platforms. Lots of high-end brands are doing this, like Nike with their RTF KT collection, as well as Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Dolce & Gabbana, to name a few. So how does it compare to OpenSea, Cheryl? Which we have talked a lot about. OpenSea.
We have, probably the very
first,
in season one.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, OpenSea is an NFT marketplace where users can buy and sell or create NFTs using the Ethereum blockchain. Amazon is aiming to simplify NFT purchases and eliminate the natural complexities of the crypto world, allowing customers to experiment with the technology without understanding its mechanics. I feel like it's bridging the gap between Web 2 and Web 3. Amazon could take NFTs to the next level and make them more accessible to everyone. The company has a massive subscriber base of approximately 167 million users to its Prime service. who will be the first to receive information about this marketplace launch. But is it a good thing? There are concerns that the entry of the bigger players like Amazon could further centralize the NFT market, limiting the opportunities for smaller artists, businesses, and independent creators to gain exposure and sell their work. Concerns have been raised about the possibility of Amazon's vast platform overpowering the NFT market, which may result in smaller marketplaces and platforms being displaced. Now, how do you feel about that, Angela? Because Amazon is very much a Web2, it's a centralized, massive company. What Web3 is trying to do is basically give more opportunities to smaller businesses and make way for new businesses coming through on the blockchain and therefore be decentralized. So I think this is really interesting because I said, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. I'm on the fence.
It's difficult to know, isn't it? Because will the people that buy the initial launch be people that already buy NFTs anyway? Because if you are just a normal consumer and have either no interest in NFTs or don't even know what they are, would you care that you've got this NFT attached to the thing that you purchased?
Very good point.
Maybe you just want the hat. You don't, what's this thing that they're giving me as well? This piece of art, what is it? So do people want it? The decentralized element of it, immediately when we were kind of looking into it, thought the whole point of NFTs or the use of tokens is the element of the smart contract and blockchain. Does this take it away from does this sit on the blockchain? Because it is about assets, it's about security, it's about having that smart contract.
Yeah, the fact that they've taken the wallet away is a feature as well, where you can purchase through credit cards.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to know at this stage how successful it's going to be. Is it going to be very similar to Facebook and Meta, where they're trying to join in and actually they've not quite done it right?
Flop.
Yeah. And is it, it's almost sometimes when you see, I don't know, comedians as they get older, when they continue to do the same act and they aren't funny anymore where they used to be. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think
sometimes
Amazon's going to lose its?
When I think sometimes like Facebook, it tries to be relevant, but if you actually look at who's currently on Facebook, it's become it feels quite dated compared to what you see on TikTok. And I love Amazon. I use Amazon. In fact, both you and I have just had Amazon deliveries in the middle of trying to order this. It's so convenient, but is this a step too far, or are they making another genius move and actually there will be some benefit to it? I think go at it with caution and see how people react.
Yeah, when we know that Amazon are really good at being innovative because they've got the drones ready to drop off our parcels. We know that. That's kind of been written about for the past 2+ years in regards to, new delivery styles. So we do know that they are very, very forward thinking. Is this enough? Could they have decentralized? Could they have created a new decentralized platform and then done it that way? Or are they desperately trying to keep everything centralized so they can keep hold of our data?
Well, that is an obvious one. And if you look at, sometimes there can be an element of jumping on the bandwagon for the sake of doing it. You know, when Tesco's used to do everything, and it was like, oh, do insurance and cards and banking, and sometimes some of it is successful, some of it isn't. With Amazon, you wonder whether this is being thought through. If you look at what Starbucks does, Starbucks always did this thing brilliantly. So what they've done with Starbucks Odyssey, it is very much like an add-on, and they've kind of blended it with the previous experience of the Starbucks card, the loyalty cards. They've kind of done it really well. only time will tell with this one. They may
Yes.
be really clever with it, or they maybe just have lost their edge with it because they're trying to jump on the bandwagon and looked at how successful NFTs are.
If you are listening to this episode, do go and have a little Google, because by the time this has been released,
It will be out.
it would have been launched. So do go and have a little look. So do you think it's a good time to launch? And do you think Amazon is a good way of getting your foot on the ladder with NFTs? Or do you think we need to stick to decentralized platforms so that the big guys don't take over? What's your thoughts?
Oh, it's such a difficult one, isn't it? Because will it help people to understand tokens more? I don't know, because
I mean,
they've done it in a completely different way.
yeah, we've just spent the whole year telling people about OpenSea, and then for this, the big guys just to come along and go, oh, you can buy them here with your credit card. Don't worry about a wallet.
And then does it work the same? Because the whole thing about an NFT is that it is this unique thing. And we just mentioned previously about purchasing an NFT, the security behind it, because it sits on the blockchain and you can prove that you purchased it. And also with the physical items, I'm still a little bit unsure as to how this works, because if you buy something with an NFT that has a physical item attached, do you then just sell the NFT separately? Or do you have to sell the item with the NFT? I don't think so, but that could be. And also, again, are you going to be in a situation where a lot of people are seeing on NFTs thinking, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
Absolutely.
I think the initial purchases will be made from people who already know about NFTs and buy them to say, I've got the first one.
I agree. So the next question is, are they going to have their own token?
Interesting. There are no official announcements from Amazon, but with the successful launch of NFT marketplaces like Blur and Lux, many people are speculating that there may be an Amazon token or airdrop from Amazon. The entry of Amazon into the NFT space has the potential to bring both positive and negative impacts on the industry, but only time will tell how this development will shape the future of NFTs. Question is, are you interested in buying your NFTs using this platform, or are you going to stick to platforms like OpenSea? Time will tell. He will see. It may make people more interested in buying NFTs through OpenSea once they understand it via Amazon. That may have that impact, or may understand how tokens could work or how they do work in your life. We can only
There's
see.
definitely lots of pros and cons to it, and because there's hardly any information out there.
Yeah, they've been very secretive about it, haven't they?
They have. They delayed the launch as well. So the very small information that we do have is a bit of a guesswork. So
Yeah.
by the time this episode launches,
we'll
they
be
would
able
have
to
launched.
tell. Yeah. I think what we will probably do in probably season 3 is maybe do another episode on this, because by then we'll be able to tell whether the launch has been successful, or they may have done a wider launch. So worldwide people might be able to buy from the NFT marketplace. So we will see. But let us know. Please let us know. It's particularly if you are listening in the States and you buy one, or you have access to it and we don't. Let us know how you're getting on with it and whether you've bought anything. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Join us next week as we continue our journey into the metaverse. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Women of the Metaverse.
You can find all information, links, and people we talked about in the show notes on our website.
If you have enjoyed this podcast, please comment and subscribe.
Join us again in the next episode as we continue this exciting metaverse journey.